Hi, welcome to 1+1 is 3. I'm Kirsten and today I'm going to be going through my baby equipment for you. If you're new to my channel, I am currently pregnant with our third child who's due within the next month or so. So as part of our baby prep, we have got down all of our old baby equipment from the loft, and I just thought I would go through it all with you and talk about some of the things I've found useful in the past. So the first thing we've got here is this little baby bath rest. This one is from Mothercare. It's got little suction feet on the bottom so that you can stick it to the bottom of the bath, and it just means you can fill your normal bath just to like a little way up, and then baby just rests in here so that you can give them a bath. That's quite useful for if you can't fill up a little baby bath. For example, if you have just given birth or you've had a cesarean section, it's sometimes hard to fill up the baby bath and then kind of pick it up and move it. I usually get my husband to do that, but if he's not around, then you can just pop baby in the normal bath with this. Also on the bath front, we've got this little top and tail dish. Basically what it's for is you fill one side with, well, you fill each side with water, and if you don't want to give the baby a complete bath, you just want to give them kind of a nice wipe over. This side is for the top and this side is for the tail, so that you don't mix up the water you're cleaning their bottom with the water that you're cleaning their face with. And then there's a little compartment there to put some cotton wool or something. So that's quite useful if you don't fancy running a whole bath and getting them completely wet and cold. Next we've got this breastfeeding pillow. It is by a company called My Breast Friend. Now, I had real trouble breastfeeding my first child, and as it turned out, I'm pretty sure it was because of tongue tie. But at the time I wasn't aware of that, and I thought it was my fault. I thought I wasn't getting positioning right and all that kind of thing. So towards the end of that breastfeeding journey, I bought this breastfeeding pillow because I thought it would be really, really useful. And then with my second, who didn't have tongue tie, I managed to breastfeed quite successfully. And I always remember the first time the midwife came round to see me breastfeeding, I was using this pillow and having a little bit of trouble getting him in the right position. And she said, "Why don't you try it without the pillow?" And I was like, "What? You can breastfeed without a pillow?" So I did, and actually it was way easier without. So I have this breastfeeding pillow. I can use it this time if I need it, or I know that I can discard it if I don't. The reason that I thought it would be really useful is because it's got this little strap. So you can put this around behind your back. It's got a nice support for your back. And then you can clip it together so it stays put around you. I won't bother trying to put it around me now because I've got a huge belly in the way. And then it's got little, you probably can't see it on camera, but it's got a little raised pad here, a little raised pad there. So whichever direction you are breastfeeding in, the baby's got a little pillow for their head. And it's just really comfy and squishy. So it's got a little pocket down the front here, so you can put your whatever you need, your nipple shields or your muslin or whatever in there. So yeah, it seemed like a really handy purchase. I didn't use it at all last time, but you never know how things are going to go, so I've got it if I need it this time. Here we've got a little bag of toys by the looks of it. This is a really sweet Mamas and Papas toy. I bought it because it's got these clips on the bottom, and basically you can clip it onto anything, so it can go on their car seat or their bouncer or their Moses basket or anything like that. But yeah, so that's quite useful. It can be taken sort of wherever you go with baby. We've got our LeMay's giraffe. We've had that since our first child was born, so he's been very popular. He's got, I think, all his feet make a different noise basically. There's a crinkly one, a squeaky one, a bell and a rattle. And then he's got these little chewy bits around his neck which baby can put in his mouth. This is another one which I bought. It's another LeMay's toy, but I bought it to go on the car seat, I think, because you can wrap it round the handle and then these bits dangle down for the baby. There's a lion, a cat and some, again, rings that they can put in their mouth. Another LeMay's one. You really can't go wrong with LeMay's toys. If you're wanting to buy a gift for a new baby, LeMay's toys are great. They're all really brightly coloured and sensory. They've got all the crinkly bits on them, and yeah, babies absolutely love them. This is Sophie the giraffe. If you haven't heard of Sophie the giraffe, then look her up. She is a really, really popular teething toy. They're made out of natural soft rubber. They're absolutely great for babies. Every baby I've ever known has loved Sophie the giraffe. This is a miniature version. There's also a large version which squeaks, which we're not so keen on, but that one's been really popular with both of my boys so far. This is something that I was really excited about last time. I bought it for my second child, and unfortunately I discovered it a little bit too late, and he was a little bit too big and able to crawl out of it. But basically it's by Galt Toys, or Galt, I don't know how you say that. It's a play nest, and it's a little kind of like a rubber ring that you blow up, and it's inside this soft play nest, and it's got a floor to it as well underneath the baby, and all these exciting things around the edges to play with. And I just thought it would be really, really useful for that period where the baby can just sit up, but they kind of rock and fall over to the side or front or back. You can pop them in there and it'll support them. They can sit up, they can look at all the interesting things around them, but you know that if you kind of turn your back or walk out the room for a second, they're not going to have gone face first into the floor. So I'm really looking forward to using that as soon as this baby is able to sit up. Next we have got this Diono Shade Maker. Diono, if you haven't heard of it, is a great brand to look up. They do loads of just really helpful little bits of equipment that kind of attach to your buggy, your pram and things like that, and just make life that little bit easier. So this is a shade, which basically all prams and buggies have a little kind of shade that goes over for the baby if it's sunny or raining, to protect them. But you'll often find that on buggies it's not quite long enough to protect their or shade their whole bodies. It'll shade their face and their kind of upper body, but then if, especially in the summer when they haven't got many clothes on because it's really warm, the sun can still hit their feet and their arms and stuff. So this is a really clever little device. It pops out like this. It's absolutely huge. And then what you do is you attach it onto your buggy like this. You tie the sides down and the back, and it makes this absolutely huge shade that you put on the front of your pram or your buggy, and then you know that your baby is completely shaded from the sun. So that's really handy. The next thing I've got here is our baby carrier. This one is by Manduka, and we found this really, really useful. It's got nice padded straps. It fastens around the waist with this nice kind of sturdy, comfortable belt. Baby can go in it from newborn, and I will probably use this again quite a lot. I also would like to try using a wrap this time. I've never tried it before, but I think this baby is going to have to be a worn baby since it's got 2 older siblings that I'm going to have to be running around after. He's just going to have to come everywhere with me. Right, the next thing I've got is this door bouncer. It's a Disney baby one. It's just one of those bouncers that you hang in the door frame and then put baby in and they can bounce around. Both of my children have absolutely adored this. They found it hilarious. You would put them in it and they would just giggle the whole time they were in it. They thought it was great fun. So we'll definitely be using that again. They love it. Another really useful thing we bought last time was this snooze shade. Basically, when baby is in the buggy, it fits over the whole front of the buggy. It's completely breathable, so it is really safe for baby to use. It's got a little zip down the middle so that you can peek in and have a look at them if you need to. But basically, being in a pram or a buggy is ultimate nap time. So if you're going to be out and about in the sun, for example, if you're on holiday, this is really, really useful to be able to put over the front of the buggy when they're in it, and they can have a little snooze without the sun disturbing them at all, or any light getting in. And that's it for our baby equipment. If you enjoyed this video, then do give it a thumbs up. Check out all my other baby prep videos on my channel as well, and if you enjoy them, do click the subscribe button, and don't forget to click the little notification bell as well if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.